instead of the GHK copper peptide, it helps your body produce AKG, I think it is, peptide, which I find it amazing because I've only been using it a little over a month, but the clinical studies show that the two of those together will, the average person that are on them for 60 days will lose 11% body fat. And that is amazing.
Wow.
I mean, that just blows my mind.
Yeah.
But another one we have, the one I think I am the most excited about, is what it does is the X39 and 49 together, but the Alavita, which is for skin basically, what it does is it does some amazing things. It lengthens the telomeres on the end of our chromosomes, which is like a tail. And if you think about it, just think about a pencil eraser. You got a pen there with or a pencil, if it has an eraser on it, as you erase something, it gets shorter. Well, every time our cells divide, which happens all the time, those telomeres get shorter and shorter and shorter. And a molecular biologist that checks your blood can tell you how long you will live simply by the length of your telomeres, okay? Now, I've done some studying on telomeres in the past on different companies. There's a company called TA Sciences. Okay, now they have a product that will lengthen your telomeres. But guess what? One little bottle of stuff is $1,000. They have pills that you take. They're $600 a month. And it's the only thing I've ever seen that actually does what this does for $49 a month.
Wow.
This is unbelievably cheap compared to other stuff. I mean, it's just unbelievable.
Wow.
I mean, to lengthen your telomeres is something, it is not only anti-aging, it's reverse aging. And that's something that I find hard to believe. I'm in my 70s, okay?
Yeah.
And my hair is starting to turn the color that it used to be. I mean, that just doesn't happen. In fact, they say it's impossible.
No Grecian formula, right?
Do what? No Grecian formula, nothing. But what is amazing about it, and I'm not excited about my hair turning darker. But what I am excited about is
I'm pretty excited about it.
what I'm excited about is what it's doing to your body. Because if I look at pictures they say that 1 year being on the stuff is like you get rid of 10 years of aging. I mean, and so if I look at my pictures, 5-6 years ago, that's the color my hair was, the color it is now. So what does that mean? We are actually aging in reverse. That's something that doesn't happen. If you look it up, they say if your hair is gray, it will never turn dark. It's impossible. That's what science says. Okay, so why is it turning dark? It doesn't make any sense, unless we truly are reversing age molecularly and so forth. And he's done plenty of studies with lots of this stuff that show that is really happening. I mean, it's a product that I just find amazing, And I don't know what we ought to do is we'll go around and everybody, there's a lot of people here tonight. A lot of people are in the company already, have done it. There's a few that are brand new. But what we ought to do is just go around and tell our stories. But what we ought to do is maybe do it a little differently. Just give your name, where you were before the product, and where you are now. I mean, don't get in a whole lot of stuff.
45 seconds.
Yeah, keep it down 45 seconds, less than a minute. And I guess I'll go first, okay?
Go ahead.
Do what?
Should we go live on Facebook?
Anyway, I've had cataract surgery, two feet surgery, a knee surgery, an elbow surgery, and a triple hernia surgery. Now that I have a new body, I'm going to rebuild it with this. I'm going to keep it the way it is, okay? But besides that, I have got a lot of help. The aches and pains are gone. When I get up in the morning, I used to have to kind of roll out of bed and stretch and move my hands and, the arthritis, different things like that. It doesn't seem to be there, okay? I've had Barrett's disease and Lyme's disease, and I don't really seem to suffer from any of that stuff anymore. So I'm happy for it.
Amen.
How long have you been using the patch?
Do what?
How long have you been using the patch?
I've been using it since July. I didn't even use it at first. That's probably August or so.
No, I think it was later than that.
Get
But
back at if you're sticking.
Anyway, I'm a skeptical person by nature, okay? I like to do my research, so I read a lot about it. I looked at stuff, and the more I looked about it, I thought it really works. If you think about it, everything in the universe Careful there.
You're gonna give me a
Everything in the universe works on frequencies. There's vibrational frequencies with everything. That's why an opera singer can break a glass from the frequency, okay? And you think about it, there's sound frequencies, there's light frequency, and everything else. In fact, back in the 30s, there was a guy that came up with a cure to cancer, and he actually did cure cancer. His name was Royal Rife, and he used frequency to do it with. And the frequency that he used, it was amazing. They gave him people that were supposed to be dying in 2 or 3 days. They were in a coma. He cured 100% of them. So what did Big Pharma do? They called him a quack, sent the FDA in, they broke up his machines, and he died penniless, and we lost that forever, you know, what he had. They have a machine, but it's not the same one he had, okay, and the way he worked it. But what I'm saying is this works on frequency, okay, and that's why it works. He's discovered a way to find the different frequencies to make certain products in your body. Like glutathione. They will give people glutathione IVs. It stays in your body 8 minutes. Okay? This increases your glutathione by 300%. I mean,
Within
it's,
24 hours.
yeah, within 24 hours, and stays 24 hours.
On the X39, how many stem cells does it do?
It's not stem cells, but it says it resets like 4,000 genes daily.
Genes, okay.
And that kind of stuff just doesn't happen. And David Schmidt, he's not really even a scientist. He's an inventor, you know, but he's come up with something that is just unbelievable. It took him, I think, 39 tries or to get the 39 tries to get the stem cells. But the amazing thing about it is, if you want to think, well, does this really work? Look at it this way. This company did $50 million consecutively for about 16 years. Then they jumped to $100 million. They're expected to be over $300 million in 21. Why? Because they found something that works with stem cells. People pay $10,000, $15,000, $20,000 for stem cell therapy. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. But this is something that we can produce our own stem cells. We don't have to rely on someone else's stem cells. And that's what's, you know, it's mind-boggling when you think about it. And that's why this company is growing so fast. To go from 50 million to 300 million in 2 years, when they were at 50 million all along for 16 years. And then the other thing that as a person that likes to do research, the highest paid person in this company has only been in it for a couple years. What does that mean? That's amazing. It's not like people think, well, you get in a company and, you know, you're not going to make any money unless you get in at the beginning, or it's not going to work for people. Right. This is a company that has fantastic products, and all we have to do is share them with people. Yep. And that's the hardest thing for some people, because they share them and, well, they said no, you know, but you know, just share it with your friends and just talk to them. Don't hose them down and just try and follow them around and blah, 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 blah. That's what a lot of people do. This is nothing more than just having a conversation with somebody, showing them how you can help them and the benefits. And we have testimonial videos, Monday through Thursday. Okay, so all you have to do is if you have a person, watch it with them. Or just have them watch it. And you know what? They're going to see the testimonies. They're going to see the help. They're going to see the things that people get. And it's an amazing product. So don't sell it short. Don't think it's too expensive. This is the cheapest I've ever seen anything for what it does. I mean, it's just unbelievable. And I hear people say, oh, it costs too much. It doesn't cost too much.
$4 versus 4,000. Yeah.
Do what?
$4 versus 4,000 for a visit. And then, you know, when you go to the doctor for something like a stem cell therapy or for light therapy, you have to make an appointment. You got to drive there. If you can get an appointment, you know, for light therapy, because I know doctors where they're like booked up months in advance for their light therapy. And then you got to wait in their waiting room. Sometimes you have to take your clothes off. It depends on where you're getting the therapy done. Sit in the room for however long the therapy is going to take. And if you're going to do stem cell transplant, it's a lot more complicated than that. and you don't even know if it's gonna work.
That's right, and they're really coming down on it a lot. A lot of the chiropractors that were doing it are no longer doing it because of just the regulations and things that are stopping them right now.
Wow.
I know several of our friends got this stem cell injections, and the chiropractor's not even doing it anymore because he said he can't.
Yeah.
They won't let
Gotta
him.
go out of the country, Mexico, yeah.
Yeah, because of different complications and different things of that sort.
Well, yeah, because they're a lot more specific than these. How do you pronounce ours? Pluripotent. Whereas when they're drawing a stem cell out of you from somebody else, it's from a specific area of that person, and so
Right,
they
they put it
can't.
in the knee or the
Right,
shoulder. or
and they
wherever you're
cannot
ready.
put that in every place in your body.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Because that is, but a pluripotent stem cell knows where to go.
Yeah.
It knows where you
Yeah.
need it.
Yeah.
And so that's where it's gonna go.
And that's the difference too, like you just said, that's a good point, because you go to the chiropractor and you have a bad knee, they'll give you a stem cell injection, $5,000, $6,000 in your knee, but it doesn't do anything for the rest of you.
Right.
Where with this, some people don't see effects right away. I didn't, okay? But man, when I added that X49, it was just unbelievable. It was just crazy.
Me too.
Me too. Well, you know, from day one when I had an X49, everybody's like, "What did you do? You're like crazy
She
today."
just got so
Yeah.
much.
The energy just reams out of you. It's
So, anybody want to tell their story?
Can the patch, put that on a $5 bill, can it make it 50?
It can if you share it. It can if you share it.
We know we like
It can if you share it. It can if you share it.
That was a good one.
And then some.
Well, that's true. You can if you share it.
And
Oh,
then
yeah,
some.
that's true.
That's a good point.
Very good.
And
point.
everybody that, you know, they say they don't like cells. They don't want to do it because they don't like cells. But you
Stem
share.
cells, yeah.
You share.
Oh, sales, yeah.
You know,
Not
you
selling.
have to share. You know, you share a good movie.
Right.
You share a good restaurant.
That's right.
And you have results. Why wouldn't you want to share that with other people you love and care about? Or total strangers. That's me. You know, I can do.
Yeah.
I love that.
And that's true. I mean, we need to be sharing it more. And if you know somebody and they really don't have, they're really down on their luck money wise or whatever, well, I tell you what, this is a great opportunity, and it's something. Even if they never sell one single patch, just use it themselves, they own their own business. Now they can take tax deductions that business owners have, and guess what? I joined this type of business for one reason. I was a home builder. I had my own business, had 14 people working for me. I got burnt out. I went to work at Alcoa because I was tired of it, you know. But that first year at Alcoa, I'm working there, and I'm thinking, my God, I'm paying a fortune in taxes. I got to do something different. So I joined a network marketing company, and that first year, when I filed my taxes, we saved $11,700 on our tax return simply because I own my own business. Okay?
Wow.
And that's what I think people miss out on. They don't even look at it. But anybody can take these patches and use about everything they want and not have to pay for them. Because make your boss pay for them. Everyone has one relative that they can't get along with, can't stand. They rub them the wrong way. They do all kinds of things to them. They always want part of everything. Mine's Uncle Sam. Okay. And guess
not
what?
fun, Uncle Sam,
You all
either.
have the same uncle.
Yeah.
Okay.
We do.
He's really a jerk.
And all you have to do really is list it correctly. I had a friend of mine that was in that other company. His 1099 from the company was $123,000. Okay, that's pretty good. Year's work, you know. He wrote off $123,000 on his taxes.
Wow.
Wrote the entire amount off. He gets audited. The IRS said, "Great job. Everything was legitimate." That's the power of owning your own business.
Wow.
And it's different. There's doctors that join these type of companies for the tax benefits. They save $20,000, $30,000, $50,000 on their taxes just by being in a company like
Wow.
this. So it's something that we all need to take a look at.
Yeah.
Our daughter was in medical sales and she wanted a company, direct sales, for that reason.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Because of the tax benefits. I mean, that's the way they set the country up. We've got employers and employees. Employees, what do? They get their check, which everything's taken out of, and what they have left, they go to the store, and what do? They pay taxes on everything else they buy, right? And the
right.
employers they buy whatever they want, and then they pay taxes on what's left. So it's a total different
So you're gonna give us a
scenario.
class on these taxes?
Do what?
You're gonna
Yeah,
give us
we'll
a
do
tax
on
class?
the tax.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay,
Seriously.
45 seconds.
Do what?
You only had 45 seconds.
45 seconds for
Who
you.
wants to
You're
tell
over
45
on your
second
time.
testimony yet?
Okay, yeah, 45 seconds, everybody else.
You gotta direct everybody, you gotta stand up there and direct everybody.
Okay, who wants to give their story?
I just go around.
You want to just go around the room?
Yeah.
You
Okay.
want to do yours?
Okay.
All right.
I had my brother-in-law came over. He was getting ready to have rotor cuff surgery. He could raise his arm up to here before there was pain. And I said, well, let's try Icewave. Don't know. You never know. So he showed me where the pain was. I put the
Brown.
10 patch on there. And then we went around and he went, yeah, that's pretty good. No, that hurts more.
Yeah.
I mean, they will
It's
let you
wild.
know right away,
Yeah.
immediately.
Yeah.
And he was so happy. He actually went to a doctor, and the doctor said, no, you don't need rotocuff surgery. You've got a slight tear. But he was raising, by the time he left the house, he was raising his arm up like that.
What?
And going around. Yeah.
From a roto cuff tear?
Yeah.
Can I,
I mean-
just add to her?
Yeah.
Her 45 seconds? When I first met her, she had complete
hair.
white hair.
Yeah.
Now,
Turn
I
around.
want you to see,
Turn around.
yeah, how dark her hair is. And this is, how long have I known you? 2 months?
2 months.
How long have you been on the X49?
I keep forgetting to put it on.
So
But
this is from the X39.
yeah.
So
This is from-
when you keep doing the
and
X49, you're
I'm
gonna be
getting
black-headed.
eyebrows for the first time. I
Yeah, look
haven't
how
had-
dark her eyebrows are. Here, I'll
Well,
take you.
that's makeup, but I actually have hair. It's not just that I'm drawing it on.
Yeah, I just can't believe how dark your hair is underneath. Wow, that is
I was at the
amazing.
beautician today, and she said there's a headband area that she said usually doesn't grow back ever if you've lost your hair, like in the front here. And I had, and she said, "Oh, you're growing back with dark hair, and you've got like an inch of new growth all around the front of my face."
Wow. That's thyroid.
Thanks be to God.
Isn't that thyroid, Linda?
One
Yeah.
thing I'd like to add is that we don't make medical claims. You know, we need to have a medical disclaimer.
Yes.
We're not doctors, and we're not telling everybody this is going to cure everything. We're just telling our personal results. So don't go out and say, well, this cures this or that cures that,
Right.
because you're not allowed to do that.
Yeah.
We don't want the company to get in trouble for something that we're
I hope we're not live on Facebook, because you will be kicked off.
We're not on Facebook.
Okay, good.
This is just
Because
me.
he talked about cancer.
You wanna go next? Okay. Chris?
I just have some amazing results because I'm like John. I'm 70, and I just don't feel it. I feel like I'm 30 again.
What?
It's absolutely amazing. I don't have my old aches and pains. I just. Yeah, I'm healthy all the time. I got off a couple of my heart medications right after I got on X49. I'm just pleased as punch.
Did your doctor take you off?
Yes.
Awesome.
Yes.
That's beautiful.
And he said, I don't know what you're doing, but keep
Keep
doing
it up.
it. Yeah.
Fantastic.
And I only have to see him once a year, and I have atrial fibs. That's huge for a cardiologist to release you to once a year is
Right.
major.
Go over there.
Yeah.
Okay. Mary Beth?
Okay, well, I have a very recent one.
Oh, good.
So, my friend Jeff, he's in construction, he's 68, you know, and so he's out doing stuff all the time. Plus, last week, he had a lot of snow removal to do and using big equipment and everything, and his back went out yesterday, and he couldn't even walk. So, I wasn't sure if I had any Icewave with me, because I haven't really used the Icewave much. I really haven't. So anyway, I called Gail, then Linda, and I called Joyce, and I found out how I should be using it. So I got it out. I said, where is the pain? Where's the center of the pain? He pointed to the middle of his lower back. So I put the little tan one on, and then I moved it around. And when I got to around to about 7 o'clock, he said, "Stop." Plus, he's an acupuncturist, and he's an herbal medicine doctor in Korean form and a lot of other things. So he's already very aware of things. Said right there. So I put them on then. I took the things off and put the patches on, and within 2 minutes it was 50% reduced and he could walk.
Wow. That's incredible.
So that's pretty awesome.
Well, you know what? The way you're looking on all these patches is pretty awesome too.
Yeah.
So I'm 70 as well.
Yes. I mean, I think we 70-year-olds are looking pretty awesome
We're
on these
looking
patches.
good. And we're just patching it up.
Yes, that's right.
Linda, you wanna go?
Well, I'll be 73 the end of the month, so they're like little cysts. I won't go through everything, because I do have a long list, which related to my diagnosis in July. But I started line dancing.
Oh.
And I'm dancing with a group. They've been together for 10 years, and I'm just learning the routines. I can keep up with them.
Wow.
I don't have to look down to see what I'm doing. And when I first started, I felt it in my heart, because I haven't exercised for how many years. And I thought, I gotta work through this. Well, guess what? It took about 5 minutes to work through. And I was patched. And then the next week, when I took the lesson, I didn't feel anything. So the more I exercise, you know, the greater results I see.
Wow.
But
And you had neuropathy, right?
I had neuropathy, yeah. And that's
So are you
where
using Energizer or
She
when?
uses energy enhancer, yeah.
you using energy enhancers? Or?
No,
No?
not really. I've only
You
used
did.
that one time.
Energy enhancer, the ones for your.
Yeah, well, I only used that one time.
Wow.
Mhm. I
Impressive.
concentrated on glutathione, Eon, of course, the X39. And then when I started wearing the X49, it was every day for 2 months. And so that is a biomarker for you, that 2 month time with the X49. And I always work with the 39. But I got another little short thing. Our Silky, our little dog, he probably weighed, 16 pounds, but he had a tight belly, and he had a rope around his neck that was tight, and he would snore all night long. So it kept me awake, because that was my symptom anyway. He doesn't snore anymore, and he was like this across his back, and he's about like this.
Oh, wow.
I've got pictures of it.
Wow.
Yeah. So, and he wore the X39 for 4 hours.
So you're taking them off yourself and putting them on
My
him?
husband would wear his for 12 and then put it on Boomer, and he'd wear it for 4 hours. And when he'd go over the 4 hours, you knew it, because he'd start panting and would take it off. And he, oh gosh, you can play, you can go up and down the steps, not pant. It's great.
That's awesome. Charlotte?
How old is she?
10 years.
Charlotte, you want to share?
I'm sitting here thinking, a lot to say. Talking about age, we just turned 80. And, well, I'm a little bit older than he is. Not even a month.
Rob's cradle.
But anyhow. The reason I'm on X39
She's a
is
cougar.
because of Linda, I'd seen her after an absence of about 6 weeks, maybe 2 months, and she looked 5 years younger, 10 years younger.
Yeah, you said 10
Yeah.
years.
Stick with the 10.
I did. I opened the door and I couldn't believe it.
Yeah.
So I figured, and I really didn't start on these patches for that. I started because he kept saying we can help other people. So Linda patched me. I had some pains. I've had open heart surgery 2 years ago with 4 bypasses. Never experienced, I had no idea I had anything wrong with me. All at once I end up at a stress test, and the next thing I know I've got, I'm released after so many days with 4 bypasses. I think these patches help me with energy because I do not feel like I've been through a surgery. I do not feel like I can't do just about anything. Do you? It helps with aches and pains. But the main thing that I notice is mentally alert, because I think when you get to be our age, that's always your next thought. You know, can I retain my mental acuity? I'm getting better. I can play cards better, and this is something that other people are noticing too. I think we're a little sharper. I don't know that X49 has really been that successful like everybody else is talking about, but we still use both of them. But I know what X39 done for me, so I know that X49 is doing something internally that I'm unaware of right now.
It's probably
So,
your heart.
I just came
Because
from the
it's
cardiologist
cardiovascular.
this week, and I told him, and he does see me every 6 months, but he's asking me about the patches. And he just called today. All my doctor tests and everything else are fine. There's nothing. I did tell him about the patches. He asked me where I got them and how much they cost. So the next time I will give him a little more information. So we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. It is.
Yeah, mine asked to look at them. You know, I said,
I
well,
showed
here's
him
one
to
right
him.
here. It's right on my back of my neck.
Now, he asked me how I heard about them and what they cost me a month, and I said, your cellular life is, you know, you are less, well, I use some better language than I am now. And he just kind of
Biomarkers of aging.
knew what I was talking about,
aging.
so,
Yeah.
but he's gonna investigate it, he said, so we'll see.
Awesome, thanks for sharing, you guys.
Did
I
you
got
guys
one more
over,
thing to say.
did anybody down there have any?
No,
Oh.
How would everybody like to
Jim-
do?
Jim's got it.
Wait a minute, Jim wanted to talk.
I love that. Jim's got a.
Jim's got something he wants to tell us. Jim's got something he wants to tell us.
I'm gonna tell you, I was bald 5 months ago. No, actually, my hair has really been growing, believe it or not.
And
And I
it's
noticed
the
that.
color,
I
it's
told
the
Sean
color,
how
it's
thick it is.
yours.
And I
It's
attribute
getting
to
darker.
X39, X49,
It is getting
have more
dark.
energy. And I'm like you though, I feel like I'm 20, you feel like you're 30. I beat you. But anyway, no, seriously, though, I do feel like, you know, I have more energy.
And Alavita at night, for sleep. He's
It helps
been,
me sleep a lot
That
better.
is the one that also helps lengthen your telomeres, so that's doing a lot besides just the skin.
What is that? gland?
Yeah, it's helping you live longer.
Pineal gland? What about their Nirvana? Does anybody?
I haven't tried it.
I use Nirvana, it works. On her book,
What do you think it does for you?
I just, it makes me happier and lifts my mood, and I also, I'm not hyper, but I'm calm, you know, I'm happy calm, which is good. Yeah.
I think it helps me sleep better.
Where do you put it?
Well, I work during the day, but yeah, I'm sleeping a lot better, yeah.
Yes, I can tell a difference.
Okay, ready?
I'll be next.
oh,
Hey, well, besides like getting rid of aches and pains and everything, and I'm only like 63, but my blood pressure like a month ago, or not a month ago, about 2 weeks ago, was like 190.
It's pretty high.
And so I started
You didn't even know
eating right and no salt and all that stuff. So I got it down to like 140, 150, like all weekend. Well, this morning I got up. I got an X39 and I got those white patches, all three of them. So I got 4 patches on, right? I got 2 on my chest, and my blood pressure was like 120 over 80 all day.
Yay!
Now, I don't know what
Good
it's
job,
gonna do when I take 'em
Roger.
off, if I'm going to stroke out or something. But right now, I mean, it seems to be working. They said you can use those energy ones too for your blood pressure, but I didn't have any of those. Well, actually, Maria gave me some, but I ended up mailing them to a friend of mine in Texas to get them to sign up. So, yeah.
That's cool, Roger.
That's awesome.
That's great.
Good job, Roger.
Awesome.
And that's a big reduction.
Yeah.
But I feel fine. It's not like, you know,
Yeah.
if I had a blockage or something, I probably would have passed out if it got that low.
What? Okay, I'm done.